How do you deal with regret over the major life decisions you've made? I'm talking about the times you've chosen to be with a particular person or given up on a relationship to move in a different direction, or you've decided to stay single instead of settling down with someone, or it could be career. You've taken this job or that, started this business, something didn't work out. Whatever the case may be, we often experience regret and we wonder what might have been. Someone emailed in to the vessel asking how to deal with that regret. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to these kinds of things, and I definitely experience that kind of regret, but I want to share what I do in these situations. I often go back in time and I think about the fork that seemed to be before me. And then what I do is I imagine myself going down the other path, and I wonder what it would have been like to live that life. And then I imagine being that person and also going through regret at that fork in the road, and imagining the current life I'm living and thinking that what would that version of me be thinking about the life I'm currently living? Would they love certain aspects of it? Would they wish certain things hadn't happened? Whatever the case may be. So let me give you an example. About 10 years ago, I was seeing someone really special, and this is, in a sense, one of my big regrets. I mean, regret's a very strong word, but if I was going to go through that profound sense of sadness over regret, this would be it. Gorgeous girl, we were together, we clicked, similar values, everything just seemed perfect. Then I moved to New York City, started IdeaPod, kind of lost myself in my ego a lot, ended up trying to build this huge business, and she probably had values that are more aligned with the way I'm living my life today, much more grounded, much more practical, much more focused on helping people in our immediate vicinity as opposed to trying to change the world with big ideas. So looking back, I often think, wow, like that direction I went down perhaps wasn't the best, and maybe things could have been pretty amazing. So what I end up doing is I'll sit down and meditate for a bit, kind of a reflective meditation, and I'll imagine that what would have happened in my life if I hadn't have gone down this path and tried to build this huge business early on and let my ego unleash itself on the world, and I'd have been more grounded and I'd have stayed with her. Probably, who knows what would have happened. Maybe she would have dumped me after a period of time, but if we'd have stayed together, maybe I'd have a young family by now, be married, and have all of these positive things that come from that, as well as many frustrations. Probably I'd be this person in my early 40s with 2 young kids, and I would just think to myself, wow, God, I wish I could be the version of me that exists today, which is the entrepreneur that is single for sure, living in Singapore, traveling the world, building a range of different businesses, and just living a pretty good life. Definitely there's a lot of loneliness in what goes on, but there's a lot of really good things too. And I think that the version of me that has that young family and is probably fulfilled in many ways would also think what might have been, what would have happened if I'd just followed those dreams and done the very best I could. The point of this exercise is just to say that there's so many different pathways before us. Life is very up and down, and I think that often we can idealize certain directions that we go. The reality is that nothing is perfect. There's always going to be challenges. In my case, the life I'm living now is full of sadness, full of loneliness, and full of happiness and very beautiful moments. But this is my life. This is the path that I've chosen. And by committing to that idea that all we've got is this path we're currently on, and all we can do is live the best life we possibly can. We need to let go of the idealization, let go of this idea of the perfect life, just embrace what we've currently got. This is what I learned from Huda Iyande's Out of the Box online course. There's a wonderful section on the idealizations that we often have, the myths of society, the perfectionism myth. And we get very trapped up in these kinds of concepts that shape our understanding of what's actually happening. He teaches how to identify those concepts in our lives so that we can unpack them, reconstruct them, do it from a deeper connection within, so we can unleash this personal power that we've all got, into the way we live our life so that we can have a much more constructive relationship with ourselves and our relationship with the decisions that we've made in our past. Thank you so much for writing in with these questions to the vessel. I'm loving receiving all of these emails. If you're not getting the vessel emails, please do go to the link in the description below. Once you sign up, you get a 28-day free series of daily doses of inspiration from Huda Ianda himself. And here I am with my father. We've just been bird watching.
Hello.
Do you ever experience regret over any decisions in your past?
So I regret it. No, there's no point. The point is you can learn from the past, and it doesn't hurt to try and do that. Why be regretful? Can't change it.
That's exactly the point. Just keep it simple. No point regretting. Embrace the life you've currently got. Thanks for being here. See you next time.